You're tuned in to the English Up Podcast.
Brought to you by the Speak English with Us.
Every morning when you open your laptop, you're staring at a long list of tasks, but you don't know where to start.
And it's not just that. The tools you have feel overwhelming, and you end up wasting your best work hours just sorting through everything.
You're not alone. This episode's perfect for B1 and B2 English learners who face that same daily struggle.
Exactly. We'll help you understand how AI personal assistants can transform your workflow, making things faster and smarter.
And there's one big secret we discovered that changes everything about handling busy work.
Quick question. How many tasks do you find on your to-do list first thing in the morning? 10, 20, or way more? Think fast.
I bet it feels like a mountain sometimes, right?
For sure. That overload. The feeling you've got too much to manage, that's what kills your focus.
Yeah, and it's not just the number of tasks. It's the mental weight or cognitive load that drags you down.
Cognitive load is basically how much mental effort you're using at once. Too much, and your brain just gets tired and stuck.
So, what if you had an assistant or real tool or smart app that handles the repetitive stuff for you?
That's the key idea, automating parts of your workflow so you've got more brain power for the important creative work.
Today, we'll talk about AI assistants like Notion AI, Microsoft Copilot, or ChatGPT plugins that save you time and stress.
And stay with us till the end for our word tour, where we'll explain 5 powerful words that help you sound natural talking about this stuff.
I'm guessing many listeners are tuning in while sipping coffee, or maybe juggling emails already. Wherever you are, this episode's for you.
Later on, we'll also share one tiny trick to get started with AI without feeling overwhelmed.
But first, let's dive into why mornings feel so tough and how these smart tools can turn it around.
So, Emma, picture this. You sit down at your desk and your email inbox is already packed. Hundreds of messages, dozens of tools open, and your to-do list looks like it never ends.
Oh, I've been there. That feeling of overload. When everything's piling up and you just freeze. It's mentally exhausting.
Right. The overload isn't just about tasks. It's about what we call cognitive load. All the mental effort your brain's trying to handle at once. Too much of that, and you start to lose focus.
Makes sense. And no matter how many productivity apps you try, it can feel like they add to the chaos instead of helping. You need a real assistant that understands your workflow.
Exactly. An assistant, whether it's a person or an AI tool, helps take on parts of your work. Take something like sorting emails. Instead of reading every message yourself, you can let AI automate the first pass, flagging urgent ones and putting others aside.
I remember trying this with an AI plugin on my computer. It was like having a little helper that filtered out the noise, which lightened my cognitive load a lot.
Same here. You know what else is great? Automating meeting notes. Instead of scribbling down everything, that work gets done for you.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So your assistant takes over the boring, repetitive steps in your workflow, right?
Spot on. Automate the repetitive stuff, and suddenly your day isn't consumed by the small tasks.
But hey, I have to admit, I've often felt overwhelmed. Even setting up these AI assistants. The prompts, settings, it's a bit confusing at first.
You're not alone there. It can feel like adding another tool to the overload. But the trick is to start small. Pick one simple task you do every day, maybe the first 20 emails or meeting minutes, and let the assistant handle it automatically.
That makes it a lot less scary. You automate one workflow at a time, then check the AI's work daily and tune it if needed. Kind of like teaching your assistant to get smarter.
Exactly. Just 10 minutes each day reviewing the AI results helps you keep control and improve accuracy.
And this works, right? It's not just theory.
Absolutely. Many remote workers and small teams use AI assistants and report saving 15 to 20% of their work time. That's a significant chunk.
Wow, that's like reclaiming hours every week. And all because you cut down your cognitive load and optimize your workflow.
Yeah, instead of drowning in repetitive tasks, you focus on what really matters: creativity, decision making, big picture thinking.
That's the dream. But let's try something. Imagine you have to reply to 10 emails every morning.
All right, hit me.
Here's a simple role play. You're writing an email reply, but you're freezing because you want it to sound perfect. How would you say, "I'm working on it," in a more natural way?
Okay, let me try. I'm on it, maybe?
Not bad, but let me pause you there. When people freeze on phrases, it's the cognitive load slowing them down. Saying, "I'm working on it" is correct, but sounds formal and stiff. Instead, "I'm on it" or "got it covered" are natural, native ways to say it.
All right, I'm on it and got it covered.
Perfect. See, reducing your cognitive load by using simple chunks saves time and sounds more natural.
I like that. Using those quick helpers is like letting your brain breathe.
Exactly what an assistant should do. Help you lower overload and streamline your workflow.
And that's why automating tasks with AI is more than just cool technology. It's a real game changer for productive, focused work.
Agree 100%. And by the way, there's a phrase for this whole idea of lowering mental burden with smart tools. It's called cognitive load. We'll break that down later.
Looking forward to it. But before we move on, remember, start small, automate one thing, check your assistant's work regularly, and tweak until it fits your style.
So Alex, we've heard a lot about how AI assistants can make our workflow smarter and less stressful. But I've been wondering, are these tools really all they're cracked up to be?
Absolutely. Automating part of your daily tasks is a game changer. It saves you time, reduces cognitive load, and lets you focus on what matters.
But hold on, what about the risks? I get it. AI can automate emails or summarize meetings, but doesn't it also risk making us too dependent? Like losing important skills or missing details because we blindly trust machines?
That's a fair point, but good AI assistants are tools, not replacements. If you set clear parameters and review outputs regularly, you prevent that dependency. Plus, it's about offloading repetitive work, not critical thinking.
Easy to say, but what if the AI makes errors? I've seen auto-generated content that's way off. If you're relying on it for work tasks, that could lead to serious mistakes or miscommunication.
Errors happen, no doubt. But that's why step 2 in the process is crucial: spending just 10 minutes a day checking the AI's work and tweaking prompts. It's a simple habit to keep quality high without drowning in detail.
Yet some folks feel overwhelmed by this whole setup. Learning to craft the right prompts, choosing the right assistant. Isn't that just adding more to our already overloaded plates?
It can feel like that at first. But once you automate one task and experience the time saved, that initial investment pays off. You're reducing overload rather than adding to it.
But wait, doesn't constant switching between apps and tools itself cause cognitive load? Having one more AI assistant might mean juggling even more platforms and interfaces.
Good question. Integration is key here. Many AI tools now plug directly into apps you're already using, like email or project management software. So instead of switching context, it streamlines your existing workflow.
Still, some jobs need complex judgment that AI can't grasp. Can these assistants really handle nuance, or do we risk oversimplifying our decisions?
They don't replace human judgment, that's for sure. But by automating routine steps like drafting emails or summarizing meetings, you free mental space to focus on those complex decisions.
I hear you. But let's think about privacy and security. Giving AI access to sensitive documents or communications might be risky. Isn't that a major concern for many professionals?
Absolutely. Data security is a top issue, and users must choose trusted platforms with strong privacy policies. But smart usage means balancing convenience with caution, only automating what you're comfortable sharing.
So it's about being selective and intentional, with AI recognizing what's safe to automate and what needs a personal touch.
Exactly. And to highlight one more thing, the real power is in unlocking time for creativity, problem solving, and human connection, which AI can't replicate.
So maybe the assistant isn't here to replace us, but to make us better at what we do.
Spot on. But just to play devil's advocate one last time, what if people without tech skills feel left behind? Could AI assistants widen the gap between workers?
That's a serious worry. If only some can harness these tools efficiently, others might struggle even more with their workflow.
True, but education and user-friendly design are improving fast. Plus, even beginner-friendly assistants can start small, like automating simple email filters, and grow confidence from there.
That makes sense. Still, I feel like it takes a mindset shift, not just a tool change. People need to see AI as a collaborator, not a threat.
Exactly, and that mindset shift can be the biggest hurdle, but once overcome, the payoff is huge, 15 to 20% time saved, according to recent studies.
So maybe the real challenge isn't the AI itself, but how we adapt and trust it.
Right. To wrap this up, AI assistants aren't perfect, and they won't do the heavy lifting alone, but thoughtfully integrated, constantly checked, and intentionally used, they're powerful allies.
So if you're unsure, start with one small task. Automate, review, adjust. Don't let overload keep stealing your time.
And remember, taking control of your workflow is the first step toward working smarter, not harder.
So far, we've unpacked how AI assistants can ease your workflow and the challenges people face embracing them.
Right. We talked about overload, cognitive load, and the power of automating repetitive tasks.
Now, we're about to explore 5 key words that capture these ideas perfectly.
These words will help you explain your work smarter and sound more natural.
Let's dive into the word tour, and I'm sure you'll find these expressions really useful. Let's talk about the word assistant. It's not just a person, it can be a tool that helps you do a task. Like your favorite AI assistant that sorts emails or even schedules meetings for you.
Yeah, an assistant takes a big chunk of those repetitive things off your plate. Imagine having that extra set of hands or brains that never gets tired.
Exactly, and disconnects straight to workflow, which is basically the series of steps you follow to complete a job. If your assistant can help streamline that workflow, you save time and energy.
Right. But when your workflow gets too complicated or messy, you experience overload. That feeling when there's so much happening that you can't keep track anymore.
Oh, I know that well. It's like when your brain feels packed with too many tabs open, too much information, too many tasks flying around at once.
That's a perfect way to explain cognitive load. It's the total mental effort your brain is using at one time. When cognitive load is high, everything slows down, mistakes happen, and stress spikes.
So the magic trick is to automate parts of your workflow, which means making processes run automatically without you having to do everything manually.
Absolutely. For example, instead of manually sorting your emails each morning, you set your assistant to filter and highlight important ones. That's automation in action.
And it saves you from the chaos, reducing your cognitive load drastically. You get your mental space back to focus on creative or strategic thinking.
You know, some people worry that automating means losing control or missing something important.
True, but that's why you don't just set and forget. You review your assistant's work, say, spend 10 minutes each day checking outputs and tweaking the settings.
That way, you keep the control but offload the repetitive stuff. It's a balance between trusting the tool and staying involved.
Like having a super helpful assistant who doesn't complain and learns as you work.
And without coffee breaks. Now, back to workflow. Improving it isn't about rushing through tasks. It's about smarter steps, less hassle.
Exactly. We often just say, I'm okay. Can reorganize your workflow to be clearer and more efficient.
Overload often happens because workflows aren't designed with automation in mind, so people do double the work accidentally.
The first step is to spot repetitive or draining tasks right for automation, like creating meeting summaries or sorting data.
Then use AI tools or software assistants to handle those steps automatically. Gradually, your cognitive load lightens.
It's amazing how freeing it feels when the mental clutter decreases and things just flow better.
Plus, once you trust the process, you'll notice your overall productivity spikes. And that's the goal.
No more sinking in overload or spinning wheels on manual work.
Yep, embracing assistance and automation helps us focus on the parts of our jobs that need our unique thinking.
So in a nutshell, an assistant helps you reduce cognitive load by automating parts of your workflow, preventing overload in your day-to-day.
And it turns that endless to-do list from a source of stress into a manageable, even satisfying experience.
Who wouldn't want that kind of a system working right alongside them?
Definitely not me, and that's why learning these words isn't just about vocabulary. It's about changing how we work.
Putting this language to use helps you explain these ideas clearly, whether at work or in casual conversations.
And once you get the hang of using these concepts, you're well on your way to mastering smarter work habits.
That wraps up our word tour with assistant, workflow, overload, automate, and cognitive load.
These aren't just words, they're keys to working smarter and living less stressed.
So, to wrap up today's episode, we explored how AI personal assistants can transform your daily workflow. We started with that familiar morning feeling overload and cognitive load, making it tough to focus.
Then we dived into practical ideas like automating repetitive tasks and using assistants to handle the small stuff. That frees your brain for more creative work.
If you're wondering where to start, here are 3 simple steps. First, pick one repetitive task, maybe sorting emails or taking meeting notes, and set your AI assistant to handle it automatically.
Second, spend just 10 minutes daily reviewing what your assistant does. This way, you keep control while improving its accuracy.
And third, be patient as you adjust prompts and settings. Like teaching a new colleague, it takes time for AI to get your style right.
Honestly, when I started using AI this way, I was skeptical. But quickly, I noticed how much mental clutter disappeared. It felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders.
I get that. It's not just about saving time. It's about reclaiming mental energy and feeling less stressed at work.
So, give it a try. Experiment with one tool or one task. You might be surprised how much more focused and energized your day becomes.
And if you enjoyed this episode, stay tuned. We'll dive deeper into how to tailor AI assistants perfectly to your needs next time.
Thanks so much for listening. Before you go, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what's one small task you think an AI assistant could take off your plate?
We read every single comment and love learning from your experiences.
Until next time, keep working smarter, not harder.
Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.